Welcome to the channel. My name is Brad and I just bought this BMW F15 diesel that's all smashed up in the front. This is a 2015 BMW X5 and it got hit by a deer up front here. So I've actually been looking for something in this nature that I could buy pretty cheap and one, fix it up, and two, add some performance to it. So this is the 35D, and in the United States they come as a single turbo, but in Europe they have a 40D, and the 40D is actually compound turbos like the exact one on this table here. My plan is to fix it up, and I want to add these two turbos onto this vehicle and actually make it a true 40D here in the United States. We're doing that. We're going to do chains on it. We're going to do some other performance parts and upgrades to it. So a deer hit this up front here, and the first step to rebuilding any car that's damaged up here is we have to do a teardown on it and assess the damage here. I think I got lucky and I don't have to replace a hood or a fender on it. So obviously the deer came flying in here, busted the headlight, broke the front bumper. This fender is actually pushed out this way a little bit too. And underneath the hood here, we have some damage from just like the core support or the radiator support hitting it, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. I really think I'm going to salvage this hood, which is good because they range anywhere from $600 to $1,000. So if I could save that, that's great. I mean, it's a good savings for me. But so we'll do a teardown. We'll take off the front bumper. Luckily, nothing got hit on the radiator side of it, but I still might buy a new radiator just because it might be like bowed in, and I don't want that on my vehicle. But the AC condenser is definitely damaged as well. So we'll need a new AC condenser. The core support behind there, and a lot of other parts and stuff. These F15s have so much plastic on the front of it to where, if you do any sort of, if you bump into anything, I mean, it just blows apart. So there's a lot of plastic and things that we have to replace. So we'll get the front bumper off, we'll make notation of everything that's damaged on it, and then we'll get parts ordered and get this thing back assembled and driving on the road again. I've been in your world. And up top here we got a few T30s. Well, I guess what's left of them. Okay, that should be all the bolts for the front bumper. We'll just yank it down on this side and we'll watch all the debris come off. Oh, our camera's wedged in here. There it is. All right, let's assess the damage over here. So on the bumper side of things back here, it's not too bad. These three lower grills are salvageable. I mean, nothing hit those, so that's good. All of the park sensors look to be good. The wiring harness looks to be good. Right front fog light definitely busted up over here. And upper grill busted. And this camera and bracket look to be good. So I don't see any damage to that, which is great. Obviously need two of the kidney grills as well, but passenger side or driver side fog light looks to be intact, good. And washer nozzle for the headlight is good too. So actually it fared out pretty good on the front. Let's go over to the body side and see what we got here. One thing I was wondering is if the bumper reinforcement is damaged, which honestly, it doesn't appear to be. We got some remnants of some deer hair, but the bumper absorber looks fine. I'm probably going to reuse that. Let's see if we can wiggle it off without busting it. It's just styrofoam is what it is. Oh, there's 2 bushings at the bottom. I'll take those off right now. Yeah, I think we got away with some damage here. These are just marks from manufacturing. They crimped them, so that's not a part of the accident over here. Bumper support over here is definitely broken, so we'll need a new one of those. Def tank looks to be good. Fog light plug is good. Ooh, we got a horn broken on this side. I mean, it's not really fully broken. I bet it could attach on still and be okay, but we'll probably just get a new one. And yeah, have working horns. I would hate to put this thing together and then not have a working horn. This aluminum bracket is a little banged up. It appears to be, but it doesn't honestly look too bad. I'll probably just get a new one of those. I say let's go ahead and start disassembling some more. We'll take off this headlight and we'll try and get this radiator support out and further assess the damage. We got a broken headlight, but if you do buy these brand new, a lot of times they don't come with like the LED modules or like the xenon ballast, so it's a good idea to save all your parts if you're ever doing this type of work. It is the next week here, and we got some new parts for this thing, which is awesome. Most of it came from eBay, some of it came from BMW, so we got a new headlight here, new radiator shroud, and some other little parts here. So I don't have everything. I'm actually missing the front bumper cover, which I did order from BMW, but we have enough stuff to make a dent in this thing, or maybe undent it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is actually remove this radiator. It just had some small damage here, but it's not really that bad. But I just wanted to get a new radiator in here because I think maybe it might have got bowed in a little bit. So we'll go ahead and get the coolant drained, we'll get this radiator out, and we'll get the new one in. Next step is our AC condenser. This thing got trashed in the mail, but we'll go ahead and put it in right now. They're easy enough to swap out, so I'll get another one ordered from FCP Euro and we'll just exchange it, but for now we'll put it in. Okay, fan shroud's going back in. We got the AC condenser in, the radiator in, and this top piece in. This top piece didn't really like it too much just because the condenser is like a banana, but I think it'll be fine just for temporary. Now we'll put in this fan shroud, which is kind of a pain in the butt with these stupid AC lines in the way, but that's not a huge deal. We'll surpass and overcome it. And it finds its home eventually. Got all that taken care of. Now we'll go ahead and put on the radiator shroud or ducting. So it directs, the purpose of this is to direct all the airflow right through all the radiators up front here. So we got a new one of these for $500, which it's just straight up plastic and some metal on top, but hopefully this will slide in here. Maybe it won't, I don't know, we'll see. We might have to take off this reinforcement beam for this part to go on, but we'll find out right now. We're going to have to take off this reinforcement beam, which looks like 4 18 millimeters and 2 13, so that shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so as we're doing this, obviously some stuff doesn't come with it. So these C-clips here, we had to put in from the old part. So good thing that we saved all the old parts and put them in a pile. You never want to throw away any of the old parts until you're actually done building this thing. So that's in, this is on. We could put on the bumper reinforcement now and get that bolted in. And this upper piece will have to go in. Luckily, they did give us screws, so we'll have to take these out here. And then we'll put this thing in. It's got little fingers that goes in. And then we'll tighten it down. They did not give us a sticker right here, so we'll go ahead and take off the old sticker. We'll sand down this little nub from the mold, and we'll put that new sticker on. Next piece to the puzzle is this fender support bracket, and this is actually the piece that was broken on the accident and allowing the fender to be really far apart from the car. So we're going ahead and put this guy in now, and it just takes some T30 bolts. I'll just put these in loosely until I get the hood down and see where the direction of the fender needs to be. Then there's one more hidden down here on the back side that goes into the fender. We'll get these actually tight up here because this doesn't dictate the fender being out too much. This is our adjustment. Okay, so you see this terrible fender gap? We need to push the fender in, and yeah, it should be pretty decent most of the way in. So I'll go ahead and pop the hood now. Okay, that'll give us somewhat of a decent line. But before I actually do everything, what I want to do is replace this bracket up here because it's actually tweaked from the accident, and I got a used one from eBay. So we'll go ahead and take that out, put that one in, and we'll try and get a decent hood line out of this. So we need to move the fender out just a hair. And then what I wanted to do is push this bump stop down. And we'll see how the hood lines up. Not looking too bad. So right now we got the hood kind of raised up higher than this fender here. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking this hood latch adjustment here and I'm turning it inward, and it's pulling the whole hood down so we could have a nice line on this fender here. We got a perfect line for the fender and the hood. So now it's time to actually put on the headlight. But actually, before I want to put on the headlight, I'm going to adjust this horn because what it sounds like now is not what it should be. So that's obviously the high side, and this is the low side. So what happened during the accident was this connector actually broke off the horn. So I got to use the one again, and we'll just go ahead and take off this 10 here, and we'll swap out just the horn itself. If it works, this should mean business. Okay, so here we have a used headlight from eBay, and yeah, you spend $500 on this and you get absolutely no modules. So what we have to do on this old headlight is swap over these LED light bulbs at the bottom. We have to swap over the xenon ballast, swap over the xenon light bulb itself, and I think there's something else that we gotta swap. Oh, we gotta swap this module right here for the actual headlight itself. These are all T25s held on in here. We'll go ahead and get all these modules out. We'll put them in this new or used headlight that we just got, and we'll put it in the vehicle and see if everything lights up. All right, if you see, I got a really nice gap here on the headlight. And actually, it's way better than what BMW did over here. So we'll go ahead and adjust this headlight to make it look a lot better and match up with the bumper. Or match up with the fender, I should say. Okay, we got the headlight in, we got everything aligned, and as you can see, nothing works on it. So that's kind of disappointing. I mean, we did have an open headlight, the previous one, and I don't remember the headlight working on the other one, the halos. So we'll actually remove this headlight again, and I do have a spare daytime running light. So we'll go ahead and swap this one in and see if it fixes the issue. Well, I think I found our issue then. This guy wasn't plugged in. I'm pretty sure I plugged it in. Oh, it is a little loose. Oh, wait. Hold on here. Hold up. Hold up. Does it look like? Looks like those LED chips are broken there. You see that? Yeah. That does look a little broke. So we'll go ahead and just swap this whole thing out with this one. Well, that's good that we found that. All right, the moment of truth.
Yep. It's a huge W.
That is. So last and final thing I'm going to touch on this is the wiper arm. This is an aftermarket windshield, and the idiot who installed it put the wiper arm way too close here. So every time you pop the hood, it scratches the hood, which isn't cool. So we gotta adjust that up. It's just a 16 millimeter, and we'll get that adjusted up to where it's supposed to be. That way we don't scratch the hood. And they didn't even tighten it all the way. Nice. Let's see if that fixed our issue. Nice. Well, I believe that's a good wrap for this video on part one on rebuilding this thing. We actually knocked out a lot. We got a new headlight in, we got the fender aligned really nice, we got that radiator core support back in there, and some new radiators in there, which is awesome. So the next step from this video will actually be painting, or getting a front bumper, painting a front bumper, and then we'll get that all assembled, thrown on here. And then after that's all completed, we'll actually drop down this engine and we'll do timing chains on it. We'll throw the other turbo on it, and we'll get everything all wrapped up maintenance-wise, and get the engine back in the vehicle, and it should be a riot with 2 turbos on this thing. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it, guys.